My name is Grace Summers. My farm is Summers Farms and Summers Farms Hemp in Brown Summit, North Carolina. And I am the owner-operator. The farm has been in my family since 1878. And I was the youngest of 10, and I ended up with the farm. And I raise vegetables. My main thing is free-range chickens and eggs and meat birds. So I've been on the farm all my life growing up. It was 5 girls and 5 boys, and I loved to be outside. So I followed my dad and my brothers around on the farm, and my brothers, they were either trying to get rid of me or they just enjoyed tormenting me. I don't know, but they put me on a tractor like at 4. And I had to stand up because I couldn't reach the seat or the pedals, and they were like, "Don't worry about it, that just drive." And so I was driving tractors since that time. I just always wanted to be a farmer, and I loved to work on the equipment on the farm, and so I went to school in agronomy to be a farmer. I've been in situations where I may have my apprentice with me. That's a good example. And when I may go to look at a piece of equipment or buy some seeds or plants, and people immediately start talking to him and, just kind of overlook me, and then he'll, say, "Well, she's the farm owner," or that type of thing. When it comes to, farm business, like signing up for programs, I'll walk in an office and people say, "Well, we don't have anything," not knowing that I know different. So one of the things that I think I kind of adopted early on was that if I was uncomfortable with it, I had to push myself to keep moving forward with it. So a lot of times when I was invited to meetings, or say for instance a particular conference where I may be the only female or the only minority there, then I would still go and just go through it. When I look back on it, I think about a lot of times that I didn't speak up, or I was a little bit too intimidated to talk. But after going through 2 leadership programs, it changed my whole confidence about being able to speak up in a group, no matter who that group is. If you're a woman in ag, now's the best time to be in ag. If you're a minority that want to be a farmer, or you're in ag, now's a great time to be in ag. I see so many new things out now, and so many people being successful in ag, and there's no time like the present. So if you're thinking about doing it, now's the time to try it. I mean, treat it as any business. You won't know if it's going to work until you get out there and try it and give it a chance. And chances are it's going to work, and you'll be able to expand and grow and just enjoy it, along the way.
The Little Washington Growing Group stemmed from the Wayne Food Initiative out of Goldsboro, North Carolina, Wayne County. It happened that the incidence of cancer, diabetes, and just dread disease has been very, very high. And with that, I was terribly, excited. What can I do? I ran into these other people who said, "What can I do?" So we did start the Wayne Food Initiative. I was working as a consultant with the charter school, Dillard Academy Charter School, with little children from K to about 3rd, 4th grade. That was new to me. So I'm on a learning curve, working at what I call with little people, having my history with high school or grown folks, I call them. So from there, I was able to reach out with North Carolina State University, the CEFS component, the Center for Environmental Farming Systems. So with that and the Wayne Food Initiative, boy, we had it going on in Goldsboro, Wayne County about growing healthy food. And I found out that Goldsboro, Wayne County is in a food desert. And little did I know that until I started working with CEFS out of North Carolina State University. So we branched and kept working from that point. When I found though that the time for me at the charter school ended, I said, well, I gotta keep going. I gotta do something. And it happened. My childhood friends, there were four of us, and I had run into them most often, and they would say, well, what you doing? And I would say, well, I'm trying to grow some veggies. Just call us, just call us, just call us. I never did. So one day, Walmart is the meeting place. I ran into all of them, each of them one at a time, not on the same day, and told them, are you ready? Are you ready? So we did sit down, had a little meeting, and we came up with the name, the Little Washington Growing Group. And that happened because the area of town in the western part of Goldsboro, well, during that time it was segregated, nothing there but all black people. So we called that area Little Washington. So we thought what would be better than to call our group the Little Washington Growing Group. And that just stuck. My background is in science. I'm chemistry, physics, biology, all that good stuff. And I did that, well, taught that for over 30 years. And with that science background, I definitely understand what makes plants grow. And I've used that knowledge to perpetrate growing the best I can grow without using heavy fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides. I don't do that stuff because I know what it can do if you ingest a lot. So that's my slogan, Little Washington Growing Group. Pesticide, herbicide-free veggies. I just realized as doing this project of growing veggies that my family had a farm, and I just took it for granted that I just go visit, and I just gather the harvest of what's good. But I never did really participate in getting it done and all that kind of stuff. All I did was get it and eat it. So my family, well, knew pretty much years ago how to farm, having a farm. And it just never hit me, this is what's in you, this is what you're gonna do. So as it has happened, I've talked to some family members who are older than me, and they tell me about how growing veggies is in my blood, so to speak. New persons coming into ag want to see where the money is. So at some point, as I can reach those and show them there is money in ag, but you got to put forth the effort and get in the right, I say, pathway to make the money. Because you can't make money in ag. Everybody's got to eat. I mean, that's for real. I'm 77 years old. I've encountered segregation. I've lived through Jim Crow, all those things. Having made it through those has put me in a place of you don't take no for an answer. I guess I can say it that way, so that when I reach out to get something done in reference to helping all folks, then I have a strategy based on my experience of how to approach the challenge. Find someone to work with that's got some sense. And what I mean by that is they know how to do a lot of stuff that you're going to have to do. And they could advise and help you right along. So be careful as you do, but make sure you have good partnerships and good relationships with other people and other minorities. That works real good.
My name is Carrie Martin, and I'm the founder and co-owner of Footprints in the Garden. At our farm, we do specialty cut vegetables such as radishes, yellow watermelon. We also have several types of beans that we do and several types of tomatoes. We do 4-season growing in our high tunnel and in our crop fields. My primary connection to the farmland is that I married into the family. The Martin name has been in farming for hundreds of years. The farm was established in 1886, and we have been able to carry on that tradition throughout the years. I was able to work at the farm full-time for several years because of a job loss that I suffered. And so at that time we started to think about what it was we did have and what we could do to supplement that income. So what we are doing is trying to use new and innovative ways on our farm so that our farm is an asset and not a liability to our family. My kids are city kids, and so they did spend time on the farm, but they are the typical 25 to 30-year-old kids. They are really looking to embed the social media pieces. My daughter is a self-taught chef, and she is very interested in agritourism, being able to host farm-to-table meals on the property, and to be able to utilize this property so that it is more of an agritourism type business. We have been able to take advantage of a lot of the FSA programs as well as the NRCS programs. We were fortunate enough to be able to dig a new well on our property, as well as receive the high tunnel for our 4-season growing. We also was able to get into the new carbon pilot program this year that will allow us to be able to plant trees on our property. It has been a challenge just obtaining the minimal resources sometimes. Going into those farm service offices and the natural resource offices, it is a male-dominated field, male, white-dominated field. And sometimes, you know, you can feel very intimidated when you are facing those challenges. So yes, I have received that. I also have had experience with my business, with us running a distribution area, is that sometimes the males feel that we don't know what we're talking about when we're talking about issues in a male-dominated field, and they tend not to want to listen to us. And so that is a very huge challenge there. I have a mentor, and she advises me to, keep me abreast of new things that's going on. I also have to accredit my executive director, Ebony Alexander, with Black Family Land Trust, who allows me to be able to go out and explore different aspects of farming. My advice to anyone that is trying to get into agriculture at this time is to just start. A reminder that it's not always sexy and fabulous and glamorous, but just start. It may look messy, untidy, weedy, but just start. Find yourself a mentor that is willing to support your dreams. Educate yourself about programming and about, technology in farming. Make it easy and accessible to yourself. And again, just start.